Alright, hello and welcome to MBTV. We are live right now. The match is not quite started yet, but I'm Captain Lars from Tailworld Entertainment, joined by my good
Was
old
it?
friend, the Oswald Train. Say hello.
Hi guys. Not too experienced with the game, but I'm best boys with for Lust, so I know all about it really. Just gonna help him out. Been listening to him talk about this game since the beta of the online, like when we were in school, like how many years ago that was? Like 4 years, 5 years?
About 3 years, 3.5 years.
I swear it was sixth form. I remember. Like
Yeah, we're in sixth form 3.5 years
it's
ago.
like 4 years. Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, I have been going
Long
on this
time.
game for a lot. It's taken up a lot of my life recently. Anyway, tonight's match is going to be, as you can see on the screen, Heroes versus Fearless Immortal Noobs. Week 8 of the Warband Native League. Teams, as you can see as well on the league positions, we've got Finn in position in 11th, Heroes in 12th. The team's really close. They've actually played each other once before. Finn managed to beat Heroes. Heroes have had a lot of trouble sort of against the top teams for most of the season. They haven't really taken anyone down above the halfway point. But they're looking pretty good at the moment. I think they have a chance tonight.
Should be close anyway.
Yeah, it should be close. Pretty much every game we've had on the stream this season has been like 9-7 or 8-8. It's been ridiculous, really. Super close games. I think they do tend to get fairly close when you have the map swapping system where you switch sides. That kind of helps with that. Makes the match a bit more interesting at least. Go down to the wire. Both teams have the players in the servers. They're all kind of ready to go. So there shouldn't be much more delay. Remember, you can always tweet me at Captain Lust. Hashtag the WNL2. Join the conversation. Ask some questions. Oslo, not on Twitter, I don't think.
Don't do Twitter.
Don't tweet.
Not my
Not
style.
Twitter. Not his style. It's fine. Everyone has their own style. We're not sweating about that.
Yeah, should be starting anytime soon. Really, I think.
Yeah, they're just talking. They're just messing around. We do have map intros, thanks to E-Man. We'll put that up in a little bit, just before the game starts. Tonight, I think predictions-wise, Heroes' main strength is going to be their Horsemen, who've time and time again been their major strength. And having Swardians versus Saranids on the open fields, tell you Oz, that's a big horse situation.
Lots of cavalry on this map then.
That would be crucial, yeah.
Who's
Well, the
many
new
who's many strong cavalry players?
Strong cavalry players, I think. I can't actually see Rafkin, which is a little bit strange, but Heroes Alexander's always really strong. So is Heroes Zoxel. Those
Right.
lots of X's and caps.
Yeah, Zoxel.
I think Heroes are a Russian team, so I think it's like that means like ho ho or something like that in Russian. Like that sound. Ho ho ho. Like,
All
like
right,
what
no.
Father Christmas would say.
Okay.
My impression I get anyway. But yeah, they're always a big threat. We had in week something or other, Heroes played against AE, who were the top runners at the time. And Heroes actually demolished them on the open map. Had really strong cab play. They're pretty threatening. They've got really nice archers as well, and particularly good archer positioning. I think
So
that'll be a
on
big threat.
this map, so you say it's quite cavalry based, but it's kind of the meta's changing more to infantry now.
Yeah, well, I think with the shorter rounds, there's less waiting around and shooting, and plus you're kind of forced to engage with the forced flag spawns, and in the thick engagements you need infantry just for basically the damage output, like
Yeah.
wow, like just to be the anchor of the team. Pretty much how it always goes. You have the archers moving around the infantry, getting the flanks on that fight, and the cav moving in. Even though the infantry don't make up the bulk of the team, it's all kind of based around them in a lot of ways. I think before you'd probably see this map played with 2 max 3 infantry, but we've seen teams taking 4 and even 5, that sort of thing. Quite significant in an 8v8 setup.
Mm. And what kind of side would you say is this map preferred to, or is it quite a balanced map? I mean, it doesn't seem like there's too much.
I mean, map-wise or like with the factions that are being
Like
played on?
what factions like is preferable for this map?
Well, actually, I think these factions are pretty good because they both have decent cavalries. Saranids have the kind of more maneuverable, lighter cavalry, which are good in cav versus cav battles, which you get a lot of on this map as well.
Yeah.
Swardians obviously have the heavy cavalry and the big lances, so they're always hard to deal with. But I think probably Vegas, just because Vegas are the strongest faction, would always still be a little bit better. But these are definitely the second and third.
And is there a preferable spawn position, or is it is that just flag dependent? So it doesn't
I think
really...
it would be by preference, if anything. There's no real, I don't think there's any real evidence of particularly strong spawn on this map. My
Right.
personal opinion, anyway. Like, both sides can get across the river on their, on their nearest point and get to any position they really want to get to.
Mm.
It can be a little bit hard for the team coming from the kind of, I don't know how you describe that spawn. We certainly the sort of north spawn on the minimap.
Yeah.
Because they have to kind of rush across the river to get into that forest, and often they have like people. If the other team sort of rushes there, they can kind of get there and be waiting for them, and shoot them as they're trying to climb up that bank. They can always take the stone bridge route, and it's pretty safe. It's not really disadvantageous to go that way either. There's plenty of options from both sides anyway. And with so many players on like 8v8, like most competitive games aren't really played with that many numbers. There's always like huge scope for just the abilities of the teams to
definitely going to increase in skill.
Yeah,
Skill gap.
massively so. And teamwork is always really important. You see Cav doing things like they kind of get in a line, and like one Cav will knock someone down, the other one will come in with a couch lance to finish them off. Things like that.
I want to see some stuff like that today. I'll be disappointed if there's not.
I think with heroes, you like to see it. Their Cav's really strong. Very coordinated. Finn, I've actually not commentated before. I think I was away when MBTV covered them last time.
Waiting on a couple more players, I think, for Finn.
I don't think so.
Actually, no, we're waiting for a couple to leave. Yeah.
They say they want to play? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But we'll kick off pretty soon, I think.
I'm going to pick someone who I want to do well, and I don't know. I don't just judging by. I'm going by names because I don't know the players very well.
You'll pick someone with a cool name.
I'm gonna pick someone with a cool name. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. And at the moment, I'm eyeing up Omnivore.
Omnivore.
Yeah.
Sort of he eats both meat and sort of plant matter.
Exactly.
You're into that kind of thing?
I don't know. He just it sounds.
Describe yourself as an omnivore as well, I suppose.
Yeah. And this vegan shit.
He's not a bad player. I think he generally plays in. Looks like he might be playing Cav actually on this map. Switch it up a little bit because obviously you want to get some more players on horses. Then Baugler is always a threat, and Paradoxer did some nice stuff as well. I seem to remember. Jabba used to be an IG. Are we going live?
The IG.
Looks like we're on live, so I was going to run the map intro. Just to say, guys. By the river, okay. Oh, and we have a technical difficulty already. The stream isn't up, they can't see anything. Oz, you have to run people through what's going on just while I fix this.
Okay, guys, so you got lots of the Finn team are sitting in the river, slowly pushing up the bank into the kind of foliage area. They kind of just got that on lock.
Okay,
heroes are sitting back. They're seeing a very passive start for heroes.
Yeah, looks like they're just taking that small forest. They spread a few players out back behind as well. They've got, who's that? Montoya. Oh, Montoya's a pretty beastly crossbowman, actually. He's just sitting back behind that lone tree. And if Finn move towards them, he'll probably be able to just shoot fairly unchallenged.
Lots of Finn players on that bank.
Quite normal to see like passive play in the first round as teams are just kind of
Feel
feeling things out. Don't take too many risks. Don't cheese in the first round of a best of 7 unless you're nuts.
What's the cav ratio we've got here? I'm just trying to have a look.
Well, you can see the class setups on the side. You've got 3 cav apiece.
Yeah.
So fairly normal. The actually heroes opted for an extra archer instead of an infantry. Which I think that's perhaps to do with the fact that crossbows have a lower fire rate. So to make up for that, they take an extra crossbowman. I don't know if that's the ideal situation though.
Makes sense.
Because they obviously will be slightly weaker in the infantry engagements.
Keeping an eye on Montoya here. He's
been actually moving down the river. They're going to kind of go towards the ruins, I guess.
Yeah.
I think they're just taking a sort of central position for the flag spawn. And spawn's pretty much right in between both teams. There are believers in flag witchcraft that think that it does that by some sort of coding magic, but it doesn't. It's just completely random.
There's no such thing as completely random. Right, Griffin's got a lot on him.
Where's Griffin? Well, he's over by the ruins.
Yeah, in the ruins.
Okay, yeah.
Alexander's come over and helping.
Gonna play us for a flank.
Yeah, got a couple
Actually, sort of
cav.
2 cav and this
Yeah.
infantry battles are kind of going on.
Montoya's
So Mercer
popping shots
looking
across.
A little bit well square, but in the meantime, Heroes doing some work on the flag itself and taking down 4 Finn players here. Akami left alone against Denor, but takes him down.
Looking good
this
for
could-
Heroes.
Yeah, this could be a real problem for them because a player like Denor and Vernon as well, they're both seriously strong infantry, and in all these engagements, even though they're outnumbered, we're gonna have to have a hard time dealing with them, I think. Just Battleblade left for Finn. Oh, not just Battleblade left, I'm sorry. Fantasy left as well. I've actually got some nice kill off on Wolfware. Does lose his horse now and goes down to Zoxel. Betsy Mumbelli goes down as well.
Pretty quick.
And
Pretty quick
yeah,
first round.
massively one-sided result there for Heroes.
No messing.
7 players left with that. So I think I have to switch up a little bit. Just got some aggregate scores, fix those. 1-0 to Heroes then after the first round. And they'll probably just do the same sort of thing if they're not going to switch it up. Take that small forest and let them come onto them.
Yeah, Finn just
Bearing in
seemed
mind,
happy
Finn-
just sitting in
Finn
that
did
bank.
win in the previous time these two teams played. Sort of thing for Finn again. Just going to get up on that riverbank. I think perhaps they might think twice before sending players over towards those ruins again. The reason they do it, I think, is there's a potential for the flag to spawn behind the ruins over by that sort of fallen tree, which is really far away for Finn if it does spawn over there.
So, how many kind of potential flag points are there? It's not entirely
There's
random.
three on the map.
So there's 3. So there's one we just saw, and you got the one by the ruins. And where's the
It's
third?
back behind the ruins. The other one is, I'm showing on stream now, it's back up towards a small hill near the castle, really.
Okay.
But they're all fairly open, so they're all like decent positions to cav. If they're actually moving up along the riverbank again, they're going to try and get an approach from the left here. It's fairly unorthodox. You normally see teams moving up via the castle if they're going to play aggressive here. I'm not sure about the advantages as well because the Heroes are already positioned up on this ridge. Shoot down on.
Denner's going for it.
Yeah, he's hungry. Heroes Griffin takes a hit there as well. Alexander comes in. Did you see that Alexander and Zoxel coming in with that cav teamwork?
Yep.
They've just taken down Sotomasu there.
Vernon and
much
Denner
without
got a
taking any hits
2v2
or anything.
here as well.
Yeah, Paradox of Vernon fighting it out with Elazar and Denor as well. You see Denor plays super aggressive when he plays infantry. He's actually taking a scimitar as well, which he looted last round. Pretty strong in the infantry fights because it's so fast. Omnivore takes down Heroes Montoya elsewhere. So it's still 7 aside. Pretty close round. Paradox gets a big hit off from Vernon as well, and Elazar almost down. They're still fighting out with Denor here. He's got Jabba coming in to support him. Gets rid though. Here's Alexander goes down though, and Paradox takes down Vernon eventually. Finn finally getting the better
Yeah,
of
it's not
Heroes in these melee fights. And
Denner's
taking
kind
a
of
lead
just
in this
been,
round.
you know, he's not
Just
been
5
getting much
Heroes left
damage in.
against 7 Finn. Yeah, we're taking down Wolfware as well, so it looks like we could be going for 1-1 here. Zoxel gets a kill back on Akame, but
That's Denner down as well now,
another
so
2
it's
for Finn.
really
Yeah,
looking
Denner goes
bad
down.
really looking bad for Heroes.
Just 2 players, Zoxel and Black Angel left. They've got a heavy horse, which is always going to be useful, but against 5 players, it's a
Not
massive
looking
amount
good,
to
is
climb.
it? Not looking good.
It isn't looking good, no, not at all. Black Angel as well, running into a bit of trouble there.
Now see, what is
Melee,
what's
which gets that
Zoxel doing?
shot.
Flag
Well,
and just,
there is a benefit for staying alive. 1 sec, guys. I don't know, I'm getting connection issues from the office lately. It's really troubling for me.
you might want to just drop the resolution of the stream down if because I see some people saying it's a bit choppy. Not sure. Twitch servers have really been playing up recently. There's some new data
Oh, I
centers
tell you what
being
it
put
could
up
be.
in Europe.
I'll bring it down just a second because I think it could be the server that I'm connected to. Yeah, we should be live again, guys. Sorry about the lag issues. Thanks for pointing that out to us. We will try and resolve any problems. I think we were connected to the wrong Twitch server, but technical biz was, and it's all been fixed.
Yeah, it seems a bit smoother now, so sorry about that, guys.
1-1 now, in case anyone missed the score.
Zoxel, a valiant last stand, but it wasn't enough. He threw himself off the bridge.
Would he die? He stayed alive though, didn't he?
I actually was checking the stream at the end. I'm not sure.
Looks like he said live. You can see on this. Well, you can see the score
Oh
up there.
yeah,
It's
that
not
was
got any
impressive.
deaths.
That was impressive then, because he was on like a millimeter of health. He jumped off the bridge in the last second. Right.
Oh, what? And sort of the round ended before he landed.
I think no. I think he landed. He landed. He had like a millimeter of health at the bottom
Oh,
in the
okay.
riverbed.
That's pretty clutch then, because that
Yeah, it
goal
was.
is really valuable.
Right. They're so much more aggressive now by Finn. They're not giving up on the bank entirely this round. Pushing out across the plains. Really spread out though.
The aggression is a smart move because it worked for them last round. And with Warband, generally the rule is to do what works and keep doing what works.
I have to say, like, Yavi's just been out of it on the other side of the map. He's coming across now. Bit of cav action.
Lazlo and Parastox are taking this in fight in the small forest. We've got the Fing cab moving in as well, but don't go for any full pass-bys.
Wolfware trying to stay alive. He's got holding up against his tree. He's going to do well to stay alive much longer.
Heroes, Zoxel and Vern doing some work here, taking an early lead for Heroes. 8 on 6 now. Black Angel gets caught though a little bit, doesn't manage to escape in the end. And a lot of the Heroes players taking hits here under threats from the Fing cavalry. Lazo gets a kill in the melee fight against Vernon. Denor 1 on 2.
Wolf did amazingly well to stay alive there.
Half rank
he's dead now.
So Tomaso gets a kill on Wolfware and Finn have evened up here, 6 on 6. Flags
are up very nearby.
Showing why he's got his fame. Like going for Sotomasu now. Taking him in a fight and Alexander comes in while he's distracted, takes him down. Really close round. 4 Heroes versus 3 Finn left.
Yep.
Omnivore goes down as well though, so it's just Fatessi.
Yeah, just for Tessie, not looking good.
No, not really. He's got a spear to deal with the Cav, manages to rear Alexander, but even putting out 2-handers to try and get some extra damage in doesn't take it down.
Black Angel coming in.
He's going to get overwhelmed here, and if he kills all of these, Denel's going to come in and kill him anyway, I think. I set on Alexander, but with a bamboo spear you can't take down 3 people or something at once.
Valiant attempt.
Yeah, it was a nice work, and getting rid of that horse is good as well. It slows down the gold advancement, stops any snowballing. We'll have to buy that horse again. Heroes do actually still have Black Angel up with that war horse, which is always hard to deal with. Finn haven't managed to get any heavy horses themselves. Little team taking the same class setup. I think that you don't really get many switches around when you have a fairly even scoreline like this. Teams sort of focus on switching their tactics up and trying different things to change the outcome of the rounds rather than their classes.
Finn throwing away that aggressive strat from last round. Didn't really pay off for them. They're kind of sticking to the bank again.
I think they might try what they did in the second round where they approached from the bank. Just because it worked, basically. Gonna hang around a little bit though. Perhaps wait for their teammates to get more of a flank. Playing some good players over by this hayfield. They've got their cav over there and Sotomasu.
From what I've seen, Finn just always so spread out. They've always got a couple calves ready for the flank, but then Heroes seem just a lot more to stick together and more of a ball across the map.
Yeah,
Seems
I think that's right.
Yeah,
it's generally quite effective as well. I mean, with the spreading out, if you get the archer hits and if you draw a team apart by spreading out, then it works. But if Heroes are just going to stick together like this, it's going to be hard for them to do much damage like that.
Finn definitely looking like they've got the map control at the moment, though. They're just... Heroes seem happy just sitting back in their spawn. Why not, though? You know.
The Heroes, as I said, that cav has been a massive threat from Zoxel and Alexander, both sitting on 4 and 1 apiece. They're always going to be trouble to deal with for any team. I think they haven't got Rafkin going. I don't know if he's around or what, but he's quite a good predatory horseman.
Griffin again. He's quite an aggressive archer from what I've seen. He's always pushing up this right flank across the bank, taking it to them.
He could end up in another melee fight with Sotomasu if he's not careful. And no real cav support from either side there.
Yeah, no. Actually, I don't like what Griffin's been doing. He's just, I don't know.
A bit risky, perhaps.
He seems to just be forcing his calves to come back him up every now and then, and just he's not really doing much with it. It's just.
He's actually a long way away from the flags now.
Exactly.
Well.
Yeah.
They spawn over by where Finn had been hanging out. The Hero's going to move across directly over the field to deal with them. Boner's got himself an all-pike. Denel's actually using a lance, which a cavalryman's dropped for him as his anti-horse protection. Teams do that a lot. They drop equipment for each other. Be useful for the other classes, save money sometimes.
Omnivore's been ducking and diving between 3 cabs for the last like 20 seconds. Here we go,
keep running away.
Borges
He's not
come to
doing any
help him.
damage though, really. And Finn getting his flag up. Hero's gonna have to move on to it eventually. But it's a tricky thing to do when you've got Finn
Well, you
Archer's
got
in place.
Vernon and Denner are getting foothold now in at the flag.
Yeah. Finn Balgler takes down Wolfwear elsewhere in the fight, and Vernon and Denner have moved into the attack now. Alexander gets a nice kill on Finn Akame, but kill's going the way of Finn for the most part at the moment. Lots Mercy takes down Zoxel, Jabby with a double kill, Alexander and Vernon.
Looking good for Finn, really looking good for
demolished
Finn.
now. All the Heroes players are crumbling.
I mean, who have we got left for Finn? It's just Montoya, who's been kind of sat back. Yeah. It's getting slapped around, they're playing with their food. Omnivore finish him.
They did a really nice job of holding that position then against the Heroes' advance. They were a bit hesitant to go onto the flag, and they knew it was a difficult position to attack from.
The Finn cab, I was impressed with the Finn cab there. They just kept, they kind of quite passive, just juking constantly, waiting. They were really holding the Heroes back from getting to the flag too quick. By the time they got anywhere near, they already almost captured the flag.
So, first set, it's going to end 2-2 then, for the time being.
Yeah, it was good.
Very close
Finn
match, another close match.
Finn definitely do better when they were kind of sticking more to the bank, and when they're more reserved. I didn't like their aggressive round.
Yeah, going over the field didn't really work out. They were too exposed, I think, to the Heroes' cav. We have to switch around now, so teams are going to be able to play with the other factions from the other spawns.
I'll be interested to see what they do on the other side, because I have to say, from what I've seen, Finn kind of seem like they seem more organised from just looking at the mini-map we've got. Just looking at their formations.
Finn seem more organised.
Yeah, I don't know, personally, I don't know. You would know more, so you tell me, but
well, I mean,
from what I've seen, just, I don't know.
Well, I think they could be organised, but I mean, you said again they were perhaps a bit spread out for your liking.
Yeah, but I need to see if it's working or not.
I think it depends how you make it work. If you do spread out, you have to force the other team to spread out as well. Like, you can't leave. You have to always be able to support, both of your flanks or whatever flank you have. If you leave one side vulnerable to a charge, then
who do you think is going to take this map then? Think another 2-2?
I think it could be another 2-2 easily, to be honest. Teams are super closely matched. I don't think either side is looking like they've suddenly got a lot better from the start.
From what I see of the map,
Heroes Finn, didn't it?
I feel personally, I've got a feeling Heroes going to take it.
Heroes?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that bank seems quite, with the foliage on the riverbed, seems quite a nice spot, especially when that goes up on the plane right next to it.
Do you think Heroes will make good use of that?
I think Heroes will do a better use of it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I think the Heroes can have some of Saranids, because those sort of light horses that are really manoeuvrable. They're a massive threat when they're in the cap battles, which I think Heroes probably have an edge on. Team's just taking a little break now, so we can't really see what the classes are going to be. I think we might see.
Last time we had, what was it, 3 archers for Heroes and 2 for Finn.
It was 3 archers for Heroes, yeah.
And then 3
we'll
cab
probably
each.
see teams.
Probably 3 cab
so
apiece
we'll have, like,
again,
Heroes
though, won't
taking
it?
watchers, something like that. We'll see how it goes. But I don't think any teams are going to do anything drastically different. It doesn't seem any need at the moment when they both feel like they could get an advantage. The issue at this point becomes, though, because the next map is going to be Sandy Bush, which is a really small closed map.
Okay.
If a team feels like they perhaps might not do as well on that map, they're going to start thinking, well, we need to win more than just half the rounds here. We've got to start winning extra rounds to give ourselves a bit of a cushion for the next map.
What team do you think out of these two is not going to prefer the kind of close quarters battles?
I think they were both like them, but I think realistically, Heroes are going to do better just because they have Denor and Vernon.
Really get those infantry to kind of carry.
Yeah. But then again, I think the fact that Heroes are so cavalry strong might work against them on the closed map. But personally, I think that their quality of infantry is just a little bit higher.
Be interesting to see. Hopefully get this started in a couple minutes.
A little break for these teams while they grab their nerd snacks. Their nerd wheeze.
Omnivore's slapping himself in the face in front of the mirror, getting himself pumped. He's my guy, he's gonna do it.
Who's your guy, Omnivore?
Omnivore, yeah. The way he rides that horse.
How did you do last round? I didn't even see what his final score was.
No, I didn't. I wasn't keeping too much of an eye on him. I gave up. I gave up after he couldn't finish off Zozzle.
But you want to keep more of an eye on him, then you'd be a personal Omnivore reporter.
Yeah. Did you get a good look at the scores at the end there? Who was was there any standout performances?
Well, yeah, Heroes and Heroes Alexander and Heroes Zoxel were doing really solid work. They both got high scores playing as Cav. Well, any major notable ones? I think again the Finn Cav did pretty well as well. Perhaps not quite as well, but it's a map where Cav are always going to do like fairly decently. There's so much room to maneuver, and you can always approach from exactly the angle you want to.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing as a footman, and you have all these cavalry running around, even if they're fighting each other or they're friendly, you still have to look around and see what's going on to make sure you're aware and you don't want to be caught out. Such a threat when you have those couch lancers, which would just be a one-hit kill if they get you from the back. Still sweating and melting around. What's going on for the time being?
Just messing around, aren't they?
Tommaso, you could get it started, and we got looks like we're both teams are ready to go live.
Griffin's
so
pumped. He's been typing in the chat. He wants it. About 5 minutes ago, he was trying to get everyone started. Griffin seems very impatient. I don't know him as a person, but he's always just getting up in their grill.
Some of these teams, the English skills aren't the best. they don't mess around. With,
I was talking more about his playstyle as well. He was always pushing as an archer, trying to get them angles.
I thought that was interesting to see from both teams actually. We saw Griffin and Sotomayor both taking wide flanks as range troops. I think that's probably the hardest position to lead from because they're both actually the leaders of the teams.
Oh, are they? I didn't know.
Yeah, so I think that's like really unique. You should be like a horse or playing as infantry, so you're right in the thick of it and you can
get good vision, kind of coordinate the teams a bit more. Yeah.
It's working decently with the teams though. Looks like we're going to go live anyway. Got the stream now, and it's guys, what about that? Oh, what have I done? 2-2. Finn now playing as Swadia. Falling over in the south side. Heroes up in the north side, playing as Saranids. Class setups. The Finn have gone for an extra archer as they switch to Guardians.
Yeah, 3 apiece now for archers and 3 cav each.
So this is very normal for Fit, by the way, but he's moving away from the infantry metagame a little bit now. I think teams are perhaps learning to deal with it a little bit.
Mumeli is on Fatesi even is on a fucking quest here. He's pushing up way up top left, sticking to this wall. He's actually creeping up on. Is that 2 cavs or an archer and a cav?
Oh, looks like it. Yeah, he's playing his crossbow as well.
He's about to get shock. He's got a nice angle on shock.
Oh,
nice. That was
worth
it.
Well
worth
nice
it.
Move. And just got shock napping, I guess. Shock is one who's just been subbed in, so not a great start for him. Poor guy. No Rafkin yet. Shame. I guess he must be away. I always like to see that guy. My favourite players. Again, Finn, Shock, Heroes even lose player pretty early on. Be 7 against 8 for the rest of this round.
Heroes have kind of taken the south of the map now. They've completely switched sides.
Finn have moved forward in the meantime, attacking this forest.
It's all going on in this bank. Everyone apart from Mumeli, who did that excellent flank at the start, is just sitting way up north.
Yeah, Montoya goes down as well. Vernon pulls a kill back against Paradoxa, but Elazo gets a headshot on Black Angel. Akami and Jabba both getting kills as well, and
Finn's
starting to steamroll this round.
Yeah,
Denel's
really
still
nice.
alive in the thick of it. He's still got lots of health and a scimitar, which is dropped for him by an archer. But there's only so much one man can do against such reckless hate. Omnivore gets a kill there. You boy.
Yeah.
Good land with a sneaky couch lance. And we've got Zozo goes down.
No, he didn't quite do his escape this time.
Stand. Yeah, not against 7 players. That's a little bit tough towards the end there.
I like to see that from Mumeli, but for Tessie even, that was a really nice push up the wall, sneaking up.
Yeah. And gave his team a better advantage as well. Probably distracted Heroes a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I like to see one of those kills that just starts everything off.
Heroes ended up Finn even ended up taking advantage of that and just pushing straight into Heroes who weren't really ready to deal with them.
Finn definitely spreading out a lot more than Heroes did on this side.
Oh yeah, I think so. They're sending. It looks like
Heroes are just so much more passive from what I've seen.
TBC is going to be moving up towards the castle wall again.
Yeah, Mumeli. Yeah, Fatesi it's going for it again.
Fatesi, yeah, sorry.
Fatesi and
the same
Mumeli,
sort of thing.
yeah.
Probably won't get away with it twice.
Well, if he does, that's bad on their part. Is it the same 2? I think it's the Cav and Shock just sitting up there. But
Shock's got to be ready for it this time. I think he's a little bit further back, over towards Zero on the bridge. He could still get a shot though.
Go on.
Well, Lazo actually gets a kill on Griffin nice and early as well. Don't know where that went down. Fatisi's taking shots at Shock, but
Yeah,
Shock's been ready for it this time. Doesn't have a shield though. No one's dropped him a shield, so he's a bit vulnerable over here.
Tessie's getting shot at from the bank.
Oh, I see, yeah. But he's driven Shock out of position as well, so Hero's not in the best of places right now. And they've got Montoya, Denner, and Vernon, just their 3 players in the big forest. Pretty unsupported. And moving even further forward away from their teammates. I think this is
Hero's very
pretty
spread
vulnerable
out.
state right now. I think probably get away with another push. I don't think they're going to do it though, they're just going to sit back.
Wait and see where that flag comes down.
Yeah, exactly, and they've already got a kill, so it's sort of advantage Finn at the moment. They don't need to make anything happen really.
Again, Finn are just waiting. They're just in the prey. They're just sat. You got heroes just sitting on the bank, not doing much. They're all looking at Fatesi. Fatesi's completely distracting those 3 sat in the bank.
And actually, Hero's going to send some players over to deal with Fatisi as well. I think they're sending a cav over there right now.
A lot over. It's the 3-on-7 at the top there on the map.
Finn do have the cav over there to keep him safe, just warding off any attackers. Flags have spawned now over in the ruins, which is just like really far away from all the teams. Finn are going to ignore it and just going to go for the engagement to make sure none of their players are left unsupported. Bargley coming in from the back, trying to do a pass by, ends up backing off. And Paradox are coming in, but takes a hit from Alexander there, and not got much support here. I think the Finn Cav to come in. Finn Bagler actually taking a crossbow on Cav, which is quite a nice move. Perhaps not using it in the best way, but taking that crossbow on horseback does gives you sort of an extra cheesy shot to pull off in a few situations. Dr. Mercer here dealing with the likes of Vernon and Alexander. Omnivore goes down on the horseback. Bagler pulls a kill back against Zoxel. Still close from both teams. 6 heroes up against 7 Finns, looks like.
Yeah, Finn.
Fatisi gets another kill though, takes down Shock. A double kill for Fatisi.
Excellent.
Been really strong here. Must takes down Alexander as well, eventually.
It really is just
Denor
and Vernon, just those 2.
They don't have the support from their teammates. They need a double kill here as well. And when it really broke down, heroes just weren't supporting each other as they needed to be, and Finn just cleaned them up quite easily there.
I have to say, Fatesi completely distracted. It was Denor and Dernan and Denner and another one in the bank, and they completely sacrificed their map control as well. This was Heroes. They all fell back and went straight trying to get for Fatesi, and Heroes just slowly pushed out as soon as that happened.
The strength of the flanking archer. I mean, these tactics I think are really quite old style. We haven't seen them for quite a while with these flag spawns because there's less time at the start of the round to do this kind of thing. Did a bit less of it, but Finn making it really effective. DC especially, man of the hour.
He's my new hero.
Got himself some nice gear as well. An infantryman has dropped an all-pike for him, so he's got no sword, which is essentially an issue if he gets into a 1v1 fight, but there's a bit of extra defense against cavalry, which is the advantage of that. And the long all-pike's not too bad in melee either, if you put the shield on.
I have to hope Jabby's gonna get a sandwich or something. He thinks they've got this wrapped up because he's just sat at the back of the map.
Makes up a little nerd sandwich, no big deal.
He said it's over boys. We got this. Making a sandwich.
Can't get away with that in Warband.
Omnivore's on the prowl, as ever.
Still hanging quite far back though, not actually going to take too many risks at the moment, doesn't look like it.
Is that Fatesi again, looking to sneak up? There's someone just round that
back,
corner.
But there's someone coming around to deal with him. Now Griffin is there. But in these kind of corner pop-out situations, crossbows are so much stronger than bows, so I don't think it's really the best weapon to deal with him. Griffin got no shield either.
Those guys in the bank, though, are really kind of pushing Fatesi back.
Fatesi is going to drive, just pull back for the time being.
Yeah,
Finn going to feel pretty comfortable right now. They're taking a 4-2 lead overall in the match.
Right, so 10 seconds till flags are shown, and then we're going to see what's going down. Where do you think it's going to go? Guess where the flags are going to go.
I think they're just going to spawn and the teams are going to run at each other. That's like generally how it goes down. Even if it spawns in the far position, like teams are just like they don't want to leave their other players unsupported.
Is that the ruins that spawned at? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like really far back. So Finn are not going to go for it. They're just going to hang around here and try and get a good engagement as heroes run towards the flags, position themselves.
I have to say, if I was Finn, I'd be trying to get control of these ruins.
Yeah, well actually they're a little bit far. I actually think Finn are being a bit too passive right now.
Yeah,
heroes
as soon as those flags have gone
haven't
up.
taken a route past them. They've gone.
Heroes are up to the ruins now, so it's just I think everything's going to go off through here.
Yeah, exactly. And heroes have got a fairly safe passage to the flag for the most part. They're going to make their way over towards the flag position. A bit too late to do any intercepting. Well, they're not far away from the flags either themselves. We actually had Finn Balgler had dismounted his horse just to raise that flag a little bit at the start. Does help that kind of thing. Like sometimes you can have a fight on the flag for like a minute or so. And then like whenever the round ends, you have your flag higher. Obviously, you win.
Yeah.
As well as just getting that little early boost. Sometimes. We got some Cav trying to get some early kills here over in the open plains, but Jabba loses his horse in the process. So does Zoxel. Neither player's gone down just yet.
I have to say, this whole time, Fatessi has been looping around the entire map, and he's going to be coming up behind them all soon. But I think he's going to be too late to the pie. I think he's actually.
Yeah, I think so as well. Phenomenal, your boy gets a kill on Alexander. Nice couch lance.
Of course he does.
For the dismounted Cav. Jabba looking pretty vulnerable here against Zoxel and Denor, but they've got to hurry up and take him down because they've got to go to the flag.
Montoya's kicking
Jabba now. 7 on 7, but Vinny got the flag up higher still. Montoya goes down in the fight here, and Vernon left unsupported. Needs some counter support here. Black Angel comes in, doesn't get anything done. Oh, that's a team kill from Griffin.
Oh,
that's
Griffon.
Tragedy for Heroes. Vernon goes down to Paradoxer, and the Heroes.
There's no way to lead your team. Fatessi does it.
Miracles right now. But TC wasn't even needed in the end.
Yeah.
Well, I think and the flag's too high now. There's 3 seconds left. They got to kill all those players on the flag to get a win, and no, it just goes to.
Not happening.
Goes to Finn. So they managed to win the round, even though we thought they weren't perhaps playing it as best they could.
I guess they just wanted to take their time. They knew they just.
Well, they had
no
a bad
point forcing the
flag in the
engagement.
meantime. I think that's the thing they missed.
I honestly don't even know. Is it? Do you need more people to raise the flag faster, or is it just?
It does raise faster. We got this topic was raised before. We're not actually like it does raise faster with more people. I think there might be a cap on it though.
Okay, makes sense.
It's all very mystical, the flag mechanics.
You work at the company, and it's still a top secret.
Well,
is
it's not. A lot of the time, it's not really that important. Is the thing.
Sounds like it should be.
Because I mean, generally, like people will know that if the flag's going up, they know how much time they have to get there. Most of the time, you don't have that kind of mistake made very often. Like, it's not what you're going to get your calculator out when they have 3 people on or 4 people on, or like it doesn't really make that much of a difference to the players themselves. Like they know they have to get to the flag and stop it being raised. Make sure their flag is high when the round ends. That's as important as it gets. And there's like an overtime system as well. So if your flag is higher but you have no one on the flag and your enemy has people on the flag, then you can't win the round. Like you have to get back on the flag, or they have to go off the flag, or whatever.
Again, Finn a bit more spread out. It's always sitting on top of each other in that bank. There's 4 for Heroes at the bank, and then 3 right at the top back of the map, locking down the bridge at the north.
Heroes going to be moving forward a little bit this time. Looks like they're going to go for some aggression because they don't want to.
Pushing down the bank.
The thing that's a bit disappointing to see from Heroes is no class change set up. So I'd like to see them go for an extra cav or perhaps like a
Do you think an extra cav is what's needed to kind of break this?
I think just if you're losing 3-0 in a set, it's worth trying anything. That's my general philosophy.
Yeah, true.
If you're not switching your class setups, you don't give yourself much of a chance to see a drastically different outcome in the round. That's the issue. But they're staying a little bit more close together. They're not confident enough to make a full-on charge. Denner and Vernon won it. They're hungry. Flag spawns.
Zoxel knew. He was there.
Over in the ruins again. From the same sort of positions from both teams. We've got Omnivore moving into the Rook Forest looking to get something, but Heroes have already left that place. Heroes just going to move as a group via the ruins. Same sort of thing as before.
You got Black Angel and Zoxel's got off his horse. He's just waiting.
Actually got him. He's going to be raising the flag now, so Heroes with a slight flag advantage.
That was well played by Zoxel. About five seconds before the flags went up, he was just waiting just in case, and he's managed to raise that.
Going to be a value to them. We've got a bit of a cav dog fight going on over in the field. Both teams looking to gain an advantage.
Omnivore's getting sandwiched. No! He's right, thank God.
Let's go out. Babin now doing the counter, raising that flag up again. He's got some really nice gear as well. Doing some big work so far. He's on 4 and...
He's money. He is the money.
2-0. We've got Batisi and Lazlo on 4-0 each as well. Heroes back on the flag now, and still no kills from either team. The fight has now started. Balga moves in, doesn't get anything done. Omnivore comes in for a hit, gets a big one from Vernon. Montoya goes down to Balga now. Balga with a double kill. Paradox takes down Vernon as well, and once again the round slipping away from Heroes. Black Angel pulls a kill back. And Griffin gets one on Paradox as well. Jabba goes down. It's now 5-on-5. The round has got closer. Omnivore loses his horse, and he's vulnerable to the Heroes cav here. Manages to rear Alexander, but just gets out of there. And we've got Finn with the higher flag now. There's 20 seconds left on the round. They've got to get these... Heroes have to get these Finn players off the flag if they want to win here. Denel is...
It'll be impressive.
Fighting hard.
Zoxel's down.
The thing is, Memeli's moved onto the flag now. There's just 10 seconds left. They've got to get these kills in 9 seconds if they want to win this round, Heroes. That's going to be really hard. Denel's not playing aggressive enough. He doesn't understand the mechanics, obviously. He's not attacking. And there goes the round. Finn win.
I have to say, like, there was a big battle there at the end.
Teams like messed that up because Denel obviously didn't know that he needed that kill. He didn't understand that he needed that kill, and there's no reason that after 3 years that he shouldn't understand that.
Yeah, I reckon he's just given up. He wasn't
but like,
just...
if you're in that situation, you just have to attack and attack and attack and attack.
Yeah.
He was standing there watching that player on the flag. Perhaps he wasn't looking at the timer, but that's again another mistake. And you
no excuse, really.
You can't get away with that. Like, it has been 3 years. People should understand those mechanics by now. It's disappointing to say, I think. And that's cost Heroes.
Anyway, well played by Finn.
Definitely well played by Finn, yeah.
I have to say though, that final battle, just Heroes were all on top of each other, bunched up, and then Finn had 3 players spread out, like out of the actual battle.
Or shooting onto it like
yeah,
archers.
What were Heroes archers doing? They weren't that much use in the battle clearly because they were. I don't know. I just feel like they either
they haven't really got any kills. Shock, Montoya, none of them looking too stacked there. Surprising because last time we saw Heroes, when they played against AA, their archers had really great positioning. I think that was to do with them being a bit more aggressive as well, which was something we didn't see out of them at all today. So I think perhaps they got a different tactician. They're not playing as confidently, as aggressively as they need to be. A lot of the time when you play aggressive, like everything just kind of falls into place. Like it's like you drive forward and occupy your enemy archers. You give space for your own archers. When you're attacking, sort of you have a faster movement speed because you're walking forward, which is always more useful as well. You're hammering shields, you're doing more damage to shields, so they're likely to break more. Like all the little things fall into place when you're attacking a lot of the time. So it's got like a small compilation of advantages.
So what are we going to see in this next map? We're going to have...
it's going to be Swati versus Vegas. They've actually got the teams the wrong way around at the moment, but they'll swap that, I think.
They'll sort that out. But I mean, what kind of class ratio are we looking to see? Is there going to be any cabs on this map, or are you going to?
You'd see a lot more of. Yeah, I think you probably see 1 or 2 cav on this map. Heroes, the team, I suspect might power 2 cav, just because they're a bit more confident in their capabilities overall. Something we could definitely be seeing.
I'd sub Shock out. Just putting it out there.
Guy's not having the day of his life.
First round, just Patesi straight to the face, and since then he just didn't get a kill.
But looks like he's going to stay in. They got his boss has put confidence in him.
Yeah, well, maybe I should manage their team. Whip these guys into shape.
Just by the way, let you know, the mini map, it's Sandy Bush you want to select.
How do I do this?
It's like you just go escape streamer settings, like show minimap set image. Sandy Bush is about midway down.
Okay, thanks. Oh yeah, it's not just Sandy Bush, it's Sandy Bush.
Yeah. This is my map that I made myself.
Yeah, I remember when you made it actually. It's a long-standing map which you forced upon everyone.
A popular one actually, gets a lot of praise in the forums.
I'm sure it does.
God, yeah, it does. We're gonna have Heroes starting as Wadio, Finn starting as Vegas. I think Heroes, it's now 6-2 to Finn, so after that close start, Finn really pulled ahead. And Heroes need to start attacking and sort of sweating out some of the big infantry fights, letting Genel do his crazy thing where he gets like 3 kills out of nowhere. We saw it was, who was it versus? Heroes versus someone. I've got to check this out because this is my prep failing me right now.
God.
It was
so
Heroes.
Unprofessional.
There was a stream that we did for Heroes, and Denel just did some mean stuff. Like there was like a room, like 5 players went in, and Denel just butchered all of them and got 5 kills in a round.
I want to see something like that. Obviously, Omnivore's just going to probably kill him straight away. So. Yeah, no.
Oh, it's here or the Rising People on a Valoran map made by Azan.
So kind of the Mountain Blade community, the competitive community, what's the map turnover like? Because I mean, it seems a bit stale, if dare I say. Like, have you got many new maps into the circuit?
Well, it's sort of, for a long time we didn't change the maps at all. Then we had sort of 4 new ones came into the NL when I was running it. But the runners of the WNL are now doing a much better job. They're bringing in new maps like twice a season.
That's good.
We've actually got these are kind of old maps. Filled by the River has obviously been it's like a native map that's been in there for a while. But next we've got a lot of new ones, I think. And they've worked out really well as well. And they shake things up a lot. You see much more interesting results. Teams like not adapting very well, even some of the ones which you predict to be better.
Exactly. You get these teams that are kind of set in their ways, and they're good enough to know just exactly what to do. They don't practice.
They're
they
not
don't
good
learn.
enough to innovate. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good to see. It makes it a bit more exciting.
And I think that's a skill set that should be needed from any good player.
Yeah,
good teams.
definitely. It encourages the right sort of things. And it just makes it more interesting because you do get the different results and things.
Obviously, as long as the maps are balanced, but
That's part of the reason for the aggression as well. But I guess you're not seeing it in these maps as well because teams are a bit more used to it. They're more used to the positionings that they needed to be in
yeah,
to defend against that
the
kind of
clutch
thing.
spots.
But on the new maps especially, you see like heavy infantry, mass charges being used all the time, and to great effect as well. Teams are just not in the right places all the time. They're not quite as comfortable on the maps, on the new maps, as they are on the old maps. But in terms of the league then, what this match will mean is, well, they're both on 12 points, level 2, so neither team gets extra points for winning this. They both just get a standard 3.
Okay.
They're a little bit off the pace at the moment in positions 11 and 12. The top teams have 19, 18 points.
Who are they chasing? Like, what's the who's just above them?
They obviously every win just sort of puts you up a little bit, nudges you a little bit further up. But it'll take a couple of weeks and a couple of big match wins to get them up with the top sort of 5. Obviously every win is really important though.
I'd say I like the system that you guys have done there, where rounds matter, because that's always an issue with this format. Sometimes, you know, people just give up once they've lost. It's good to see them trying, you know, they can try more fun
down, like once someone watches because the tension is kind of is lost.
Definitely, but you know,
I think we're perhaps going to be thinking of switching up the match formats a little bit. There's some conversations with a few people. In America, they play a different thing as well, like it's map based rather than round based, which I think has obviously.
Personally, from the background I come on, I much prefer map based than round based.
I personally prefer it as well because the problem with this round based thing is, like if you have a map faction setup which is really uneven, like that map kind of becomes redundant because both teams get like what 4 or 5 rounds, like max, like 4-4 or 3-5, and the other map suddenly becomes like the complete decider if it's even.
Especially like there's top level pro CS teams, and some teams just can't. They're just terrible at one map. They just don't synergize well on it. That could with that format just completely screw them up. Obviously, it's different games, but
yeah, it'd be nice to switch up. But I think it's not. It's a workable system.
Yeah,
got used to it. They know what the rules are.
I'm just saying what I prefer as well because I just like throwing rounds.
Like throwing rounds.
You know, like I don't know. I just like knowing I've just got to win the map. None of the pressure of throwing rounds. No.
Well, essentially by the end of the league, it's not likely that the rounds are going to be doing the sorting. It's going to be the points. But what rounds give you more than anything, it's they give you a slightly better pick. If you're equal on points with other teams, you've got more rounds won. You get to pick first, which is often pretty useful. That's like the main incentive teams have to win rounds anyway. League itself has been going really well. You can check out information about that just below the stream. Warband Native League. Click on that, go to the Tailwards forums, check out the league tables, the fixtures, all the teams.
Tweet the league, tweet the tables.
Tweet the league, hashtag WNL2, obviously.
Get it on Reddit.
No tweet so far tonight, actually. I'm expecting something from you guys.
Come on, there's 27 viewers, get tweeting.
At Captain Lust.
Hashtag Omnivore.
Hashtag Omnivore, obviously. Guys went out, perhaps he's going to have a bit of a time on this second map.
Have they got rid of Shock yet? No.
Yeah, and they got 9 players, so probably going to drop one.
Who do you think they're going to get rid of?
Well, Centurion's just come in, so probably not him.
I'm saying Shock.
Perhaps Black Angel, because he seemed to be a Cav player, but he wasn't doing too well really there as well. He wasn't doing badly, but in comparison to Alexander and Zoxel, really wasn't quite up to the task, I don't think. See how it goes anyway. Another player's definitely not getting dropped, that's Fetissi Mermelli.
Yeah.
They'll be keeping that guy in.
Denor's definitely sticking around for the heroes. Denor. I don't know. Maybe they'll get rid of Montoya. He didn't do too much. Just how valuable are archers on this map? I mean, how many archers do you think we're going to see?
Probably see more crossbows than archers. The thing is, archers are valuable if teams are camping. But if you're going to get attacked, then archers suddenly become pretty useless because they're all going to get forced into melee. There's no real...
Yeah.
Can't really run very far. I mean, it depends on the tactics and how you react, how you position yourselves. I think it can be effective to have perhaps up to sort of 3 or maybe 4 if you have a really specific tactic. Normally you see maybe, I don't know, 2 archers, a cab, and like 5 imp or something. To make sure you have all that strength and that brute force for the melee fights. Yesterday we saw, I think it was SRC, making really good use of archers on this map. Always finding like nice high positions, spreading out.
They're not quite ready yet. Griffin frothing at the mouth. He wants revenge.
GPS. Coming to get himself streamer here. We got like a spec. But he's not with us. Get rid of my liability in case he's some sort of stream watcher or something. I don't know. A Heroes player or a Finn player.
Oh, they subbed someone out. No, not yet.
Mercer just needs a couple of minutes. Gonna be back in a sec. We're getting going fairly soon. Again, Finn gonna start as Vegas. I think in terms of spawns, I think the south spawn is a little bit stronger because you have a slightly better approach on that low road. You have a bit of protection from your archers if you run up there. You have an easy position, easy move into the graveyard as well. There's certainly no huge advantage anywhere on this map. Like I mentioned yesterday, the design of this map is basically you can't camp anywhere at any point.
No room to hide.
There's always like 2 or 3 entrances to everywhere. There's no way you can stay. Which
yeah,
is, like,
that's
useful.
always. I think that's always a good staple of good map design is when there's no dead ends. There's always.
Yeah.
So I'm playing a lot of The Last of Us multiplayer recently, which the map design's actually surprisingly well on that game. There's no dead ends really.
Yeah, that's really important. In some of the native maps, I think there perhaps wasn't that. Like,
especially non-respawn games.
Yeah.
Not so much respawn.
There's like a map like called Nortown, and both spawns are just like fortresses, really, like with one entrance, like huge catwalks and like.
I have to
like,
say
you
the
can just camp on
one
it.
map I'm not a fan of from my limited amount of play on the game is the one where one team starts in a boat.
Oh, Port Assault.
Yeah, not a fan.
I think we just dropped that from the competitive scene actually, just because it's.
I felt that map's so passive.
It's so one-sided, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a few people playing around with it, trying to sort of make an updated version to use. Honestly, I don't think it's massively missed.
No.
There have been brilliant games in it though. Everyone's got some good memories of it. I think that's a lot of the thing which prevents people from changing.
Who'd they sub out?
One sec, let me just run this map intro, then we'll go. Guys, we're live now and it's action-packed already. You didn't miss too much, but the teams have both been playing fairly aggressive, sort of running at each other. Finn are going to back off now, finally. After a lot of squaring off there. Just
Heroes
by the
are
low
really
road.
pushing down the east flank.
Who's going down the east flank? Heroes.
Heroes, they're all just weighing in this bottleneck now though.
Down that
Is
low
this,
road,
is this
yeah.
a common theme on this map? Is kind of, or is it all? Is it?
Well, I don't know.
Do
I
you
mean,
normally see people push down
often
this
you have
side.
sort of quite early clashes. But Finn are just going to be a little bit nervous here. I think Heroes taking a slightly stronger position here as well, because Finn have a hard time attacking into this with Heroes set up archer-wise. Have a quick look at the class setups right now. We've got both sides going pretty much exactly what I said.
Yep.
5 infantry, 2 archers and 1 cav. Like really standard stuff.
Omnivore obviously on calf for Finn.
The Roaring cav, yeah. Also, Spencer takes a bit of a hit from Denel there, just switching his weapon. Oh, actually, you take a bolt or something? I'm not really sure what happened there. I'm going to try and push into Heroes here. And perhaps not the best idea, but Heroes don't really have much of a setup. They're just going to have to back off the time being. Deno's taking a hit throughout all of this.
Finn completely outnumbering them.
Yeah, and
Here we go.
Zoxel takes a big hit as well.
Reinforcements arrive for Heroes.
Alexander comes in to do some cab work, but doesn't actually get anything done. And Deno's still trying to maintain his aggression, but they're back off here.
Patesi getting a kill.
Heroes are dropping
Nice.
players. Alexander goes down to Patesi.
Denor
back against Paradox. He's on low health. It's a
Denor.
double kill, and you see Denor shining
It's
through
exactly
here.
what you said. Patesi again.
Denor with a third kill, but does finally go down to Akame.
Akame
A
finally
valiant effort before he went down here, and it's a close
kill
round.
feed was all Denor and Patesi for the start there.
Heroes getting 2 kills back here. Griffin in shock. Put it back to just 3 Finn versus 4 of Heroes right now. We've got a fight going on the low road. Akame looking at Centurion, but Centurion and Griffin both on low health. Centurion goes down now to Finn, to Akame, and it's 3 against 3. Heroes with some more range players still left, and Akame's going to go over to try and deal with them and stop them from firing, putting pressure on Omnivore. But it's 3 on 3 now, with the fight's kind of broken down. This is where you see the skill of individual players and how to
This is when you see
manage these
Shock
situations.
die when he just falls over. Look at his health. He's not long for the world. Omnivore's
It's
going
a
for
sort
him.
of heavy brush of wind, and a killer piece now down to 2-2.
This is close.
Shock on super low health here. Akame with almost full health. He can get away with doing a bit of spam here. That's going to be a big threat for them.
Oh,
Shock gets a kill back against Omnivore though, and Akame with high health, but
Montoya is so
1
weak.
against 2. Just needs 1 hit on either of these players will take them down, but can he actually pull it off? That's the big question. Gets 1 against Montoya. Shock with no health, no shield, and it's a real challenge for him to pull this back.
Run.
Flags have spawn, bearing in mind. Akame loses his shield, and Shock gets the first hit off. Takes about a quarter health.
This could be clutch for Shock. I'm about to eat my words.
We could see a round draw here if they don't finish this in 10 seconds. And finally, Akame gets that shot off on Shock. But Shock did
Valiant by Shock, yeah.
a brilliant effort, yeah. Just having the extra health before he went into the final battle, gave him that advantage. Really close round though. Well played by both
That was
players.
exciting, that was good.
So Finn gonna sort of really start to slip ahead here. We got up to 7-2, and it seemed close. And a lot of the rounds have been close as well. It's not like been seemed like they're so much
It's
better.
normally
than
just
Heroes.
been a couple of those clutch kills. I mean, Denor did really well there, but I mean, look at the rest of the scores.
Yeah, can't do everything. If he feels like he can, he does actually get himself some nice gear though, which is going to be helpful. Hero's gonna YOLO it and just go for a bit of an attack here. They're getting frustrated.
They're going to get sandwiched here. Finn have got 3 flanking round coming up behind, and I mean, this.
Well, if
this
they
doesn't
keep
look
driving forward, they can avoid this. But Omnivore comes in from the back with his horse. Vernon actually manages to put his Allpike and rear him up, and deals with him immediately. Paradox are getting killed on Denor, and Griffin goes down as well. Lazo, Fantasy.
Oh,
the kills are
wow,
rolling for Finn
Finn
right
are
now.
really
Just 4 heroes left. They got to spam. They got to do whatever they can to just start getting some momentum around. It's not happening though.
Could this be a
Finn dealt
perfect
with-
round for
Finn
Finn?
dealt with the rush
And it is.
perfectly, and get a whitewash. Put
That
the
is
game out of
just so
reach for Heroes right now.
demoralising.
Up to 8-2. They can only equalise, and they got to win every round.
I bet Heroes just like, let's go for it. We're all pushing down that one thing. No. It looked like they were going to pull it off for a second, and then just the kills started coming in.
I think they're going to go for it again. Heroes have taken extra infantrymen, so they're not going to be waiting around here.
Who's this going for the quick flank straight through the middle? Oh, he's backing off. Was that Cav? Must be.
Heroes need to protect the Denor wants blood here. Griffin goes down though really early again to some jabs, and it's like they don't seem organised when they're going forward. They're looking vulnerable. Batisi in another great position. Vernon gets a kill on Barga though, and they perhaps could make something of this round. Centurion goes down. Vernon with another kill though.
Oh, look at the feed again.
All the Heroes players just dropping.
I mean,
suddenly.
tell me, what are Finn doing? Is it just they're clutching it out in the individual battles? I mean, it doesn't look like
no,
strategic.
I think it's a lot of the cases the fact that you see Fatesi Mameli was up on that ladder, had absolutely zero challenge on him. Like no one even was anywhere near him.
Fatesi's just been doing work all game.
And while the rest of the players were occupied, he was just shooting on them, and it's so easy from that range to shoot.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculously easy.
Six kills already this match.
Yeah, Finn Akame as well doing nice work as Inf getting 7-0. We'll play out this round for the end of the set. Probably not going to have an interview tonight because teams are just going to be finishing out the round difference rounds. It wasn't too close yet either. But we had some really great rounds, and I think Heroes. I think it's unfortunate that the scoreline doesn't reflect it, but they put in a good performance a lot of the time.
Yeah. They held their own that first set, but crumbled since, haven't won a round, so...
Yeah. It's particularly frustrating for players like Denel, who are still, despite everything, playing like really well.
I mean, this is just the starters for tonight, isn't it? You've got a much bigger match after, haven't you?
Yeah, guys, don't go anywhere. Coming up in about half an hour, we're going to be kicking off with A versus RNGD. I'll be joined by my regular co-caster E-Man.
Yeah, I won't be commentating, but boy, I'll be watching. I'll be in that chat.
Well, it's a rematch from week 6, 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks including the break, where RNGD shocked everyone by taking down the AE side, who'd been undefeated for so long up until then. I mean, hadn't been touched for donkey's years. RNGD finally took them down.
Just asking, is there any reason it's a lot more passive this round all of a sudden? You know, Heroes.
I think the fact that the teams, well, Finn have actually won the match now.
Yeah.
Heroes, I don't know. They don't really.
If I was
There's
Heroes
also a
now, I'd
motivation
just be
to
like, screw it, just go for it. But they seem to really be trying to get around for some reason.
I'm not sure. I think it might be. They haven't really got any plan. I think it might be theirs more than anything. Like they're probably talking amongst themselves, trying to work out what went wrong, rather than focusing too much on the round at this point. But we generally bring the stream down just because it's tension does get broken.
Thanks for putting up with me, guys. But yeah, it was good.
Oh, Oz, it's been a pleasure to have you around.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. It's good fun.
Yeah. Competitive esports. This is the most one-sided game we've had for so long, so it's unfortunate that you've cursed us with this.
Yeah, my bad. It's Omnivore. He's unstoppable on his own one.
Finn probably going to take this round again. There's a nice shot from Paradox there. Is that a throw? I think it was a throw. Just nails a jab in the back on his head. Denol still wants to sweat some kills. This is just good training more than anything for him. Let's have a bit of Denol on this 1v2. See what we can do here. Not much, unfortunately. It's going to go down. It's not so hard to deal with. I think perhaps it was hard for Heroes starting a Swadia because, I mean, you do miss this, like, against those scimitars of the Vegas, it's hard in those heavy melee fights. Not unwinnable. We've seen teams doing really well as Swadia, but if they'd have started as Vegas,
Fatessi's been just impressive, personally. Like.
He's been brilliant, yeah. I think if they'd have started as Vegas Heroes, they might have been able to pick up a bit of momentum.
Yeah.
Across the closer game, but we're going to have Finn winning this round. Pretty much, definitely. Bring up the splash screen right now. That final score was it ended at 9-2, so really well played from Finn. A team that I think people are perhaps doubting a little bit because perhaps doubting their organisation somewhat in some cases, but
I'd say neither team seemed to have too much of a game plan, but
well, Finn picking a solid result anyway, and that will put them on 15 points at the end of this, up with teams like Irish Rebels, Saracens, Court of Reverend. So they could get up into sort of 7th, 8th kind of place, I think, after this. Nice big boost for them. Next week they'll probably have to play a slightly harder team though, so that's always going to be difficult. So who's your man of the match then? Fatisi?
Personally for TC, but I mean you're the professional, you're the guy who knows more about what's really going on.
No, I'd agree. I think he did really nice work. He was always in a good position as an archer.
I mean it was 2-2 start of the second set, and I mean he started everything with that kill on shock. Now I just feel like that was the turning point. I mean, it was just a kill, but that flank on that kill on shock, and then it just
more
went downhill
than
from there.
just a kill, my friend.
Exactly, yeah, it was a real momentum changer.
So we're gonna have a short break anyway for about 25 minutes. The stream's gonna go back up for A versus RNGD. Then, guys, remember to retweet the stream, let everyone know what's going on. It's gonna be a massive match.
Spread the
It's
word.
gonna be a thriller between those
two
teams. Huge match, yeah. Oz, thanks once again. Any final thoughts for the viewers, anyone?
I really enjoyed it. I think hopefully more people kind of watch the game and start playing the game. It's good fun. It's good to see games like this still running and having good tournaments. I was glad to help out.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining us anyway.
Yeah, cheers.
That's good night. Good night. Well, not good night from me, but see you soon from me. Take care, guys.